It'll be a war in Foxborough, but the war of words, it's already begun. Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman was asked about the Antonio Brown Facebook Live incident where he taped his coach's post-game speech without his team knowing. Let's just say, shots fired.
Hey, people got different rules, and that's how that team's run. I personally don't think that would be something that would happen in our locker room, but hey, whatever. There's some people like red and some people like blue. Some people like tulips, some people like roses, whatever.
I don't think I need to speak much. We've got the trophies out there. I've got owners that I think are the best in the business. They're family to us. And I'm sure if he talked to his owner, he would say the same thing about the Rooneys. Anybody in here or in the football world or regular world that know the Rooneys know what they are, what they stand for, and it's a blessing to call them family.
It's all about the hardware. So Big Ben coming to the defense of his franchise after Edelman's comments. Edelman clarified the comments later, saying they were taken out of context. And we now welcome Damian Woody to the show. How we doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Yeah?
I'm wonderful. I want to know how you guys are doing.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy that you don't have on that bright yellow tie you had on yesterday.
Man, why you don't hate on me?
I'm just saying,
don't hate
man,
on me. I got so many compliments yesterday. It's always like you to try to hate on somebody.
Why we got to go there? I was just talking about your tie. I mean, why we got to sit up there and talk about how I'm always trying to hate on people.
Stand up
I think I'm very complimentary towards people. Why you try to come at me like that? I'm not scared of you, man.
I don't want you to be scared of me, but you're going to respect me.
You say the same thing.
Yes.
All right.
You say the same thing. Watch your mic. Well, drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Oh, you're on one today.
Drop the mic. She drops the mic for a lot of people. It's all right. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Molly Wood. Go ahead, Molly Wood. I'm listening.
Would you like to start the topic?
I don't know yet. He might want to start the topic. He think he running things. He might want to start the topic. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Should Big Ben, your quarterback, have responded to Edelman?
No. I would say no for this reason, in all seriousness. When I think about Big Ben Roethlisberger, I think about a two-time Super Bowl champion who's a future Hall of Famer, who I think has been high second tier but not first tier. When we talk about the great quarterback, don't get me wrong, he's top 5 or whatever, but we do talk about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers on a different level than Big Ben Roethlisberger, primarily due to injuries, but on occasion because even though he stepped up in a lot of big moments, there are other moments where you find yourself scratching your head as to why did he make that decision, why did he make that ill-advised pass, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it's one of those situations where, hasn't been back to the Super Bowl since 2010. We look at the resume of a Big Ben Roethlisberger. We know what he can bring to the table. We've got mad respect for him. But at the same time, the Pittsburgh Steelers, despite its 6 Super Bowl titles, are not the New England Patriots of the modern-day era. In the modern-day era, the 6 consecutive trips to the AFC Championship game, locking them in as the bona fide team to watch out for, looking at Tom Brady, looking at the model of consistency that the New England Patriots have been. The Steelers get there, but sometimes they've disappointed us. And I just look at it from that perspective, and I say, you know what? You got to go out there and perform and get it done. I know that he can, but we do find ourselves asking whether or not he will far more than we asked that question about Tom Brady.
I am surprised at you. Yeah. I'm surprised and a little disappointed, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, well, I'm so
self-professed
sorry.
Steelers fan.
So?
You see, that's an admirable trait, because the correct out-of-market team to root for is the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you're looking for an out-of-market team to root for, a franchise you want to embrace as your own, as I did as a kid when the Giants stunk, and Mean Joe Green was on the Great Space Coasters, and the Steelers won the championship every year.
You keep bringing up the Great Space Coasters. I don't remember
that. Was a morning show because you're about 5 or 6 years older than me.
Okay.
That was a little bit after your time.
Okay, I'm just checking.
The point is that, or the 7-Up commercials or whatever it was.
Okay.
The point is that the Steelers are the proper team to root for. They have such an admirable franchise. We can all football fans respect them. By the way, not just in terms of all the winning, because this dynasty for New England right now is the greatest in the history of the NFL. But overall, the greatest franchise, you're right, the Steelers don't play quite on the Patriots level, but they're an elite franchise usually. Most years, they're in the running. And given their overall history, they have the greatest overall history, at least in the Super Bowl era in the NFL. But it's more than that. I love the Giants ownership, small Northeast, a family-owned Northeast, do things the right way most of the time. No one's perfect. But it's not called the Mara rule. It's not called the Kraft rule. It's called the Rooney rule. The Rooney family is worth defending. By the way, Mike Tomlin is worth defending. These are good people that you admire, and the franchise is run in the way that you go, I wish that was my franchise. Like everyone wishes that their team was run like the Steelers. You could be proud of that organization. And Big Ben, they clap at your guy at his locker room, clap back. He was 100% right to defend the Rooneys and to defend Tomlin. He was right.
Man, let me bring some sauce to this conversation right now. Let me bring some of that to this convo. Listen here, I absolutely agree 100% with Big Ben. Here's why. First of all, let me say this. I don't think Julian Edelman was malicious in what he said, but Big Ben basically said this. Hold on, Playboy. We're not the Cleveland Browns around here. You know, you disrespecting our franchise. We're not the Cleveland Browns. You see those Lombardis over there? We got 6 of them. We respect the New England Patriots and you guys being the gold standard, but don't talk down on us like we some slouches around here. We are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Platinum franchise.
Right. We're a legacy franchise around here. And let me ask each one of you guys this. Would you want somebody to come into your house and tell you what to do in your own house? I know I'm not letting anybody come into my house, the house that I paid hard-earned money for, and let somebody come up, kick their feet up, and tell me what to do in my house. And that's essentially what Big Ben is saying.
You kind of do that to Stephen A. on this show a little bit.
I know. When I do come on here, I kind of do that. I kick my feet up and do my thing.
Except it's not his house, so that
but you know,
analogy doesn't work.
You hear what I'm saying? It's like
I can always leave and leave it up to y'all, and y'all see how that works out. Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me?
Go ahead. You heard what I said.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said, big boy.
But like,
listen,
like
this
I
ain't
said,
the football field.
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
I excel in all areas. Okay,
I'm sure.
So let's get that straight right now.
Not all.
Oh, you already know.
Not all.
When you
I don't know.
When you get sensitive, when you get sensitive towards me, I know I'm under your skin. I know I am.
There you go.
So what I'm saying is, listen, Julian Edelman, you can talk about what you do in your locker room. Okay, whatever the Patriots do, it's fine. But no need of trying to talk about what another organization, what another man is doing.
Know what he did, Damien, too? The Pittsburgh Steelers lost the moral high ground for a second because all of a sudden it's like, wait, I thought this was run the right way. What's happening in Tomlin's locker room? And they gave the Patriots bulletin board material, and Julian Edelman just spent it. He just spent it and handed it right back to them. He handed that moral high ground right back to the Steelers. Oh, you're going at Tomlin's locker room? Why is his name in your mouth, Julian Edelman?
Well, but here's the thing. I think we in the media, we exalt so much praise on the Patriots organization, rightfully so. They've been the gold standard. But also, there are more than one ways to win in the National Football League. For every New England, you have a Seattle. The way Pete Carroll runs his program is totally different than the way the New England Patriots run their program. You can win in 2 totally different styles. So Big Ben is like, hold on. Okay, yeah, it's working. Put some respect on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Respect.
You guys win one way and we win a totally different way. So just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
The thing about it, I'm certainly not questioning the credibility of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm a Steelers fan. They're 6 Super Bowl championships. They've got 6 Lombardi trophies. We understand how great they are as an organization. But they're not great against the Patriots. Even the times when the Steelers have won their couple of Super Bowls, they beat the team that beat the Patriots, but they didn't play the Patriots to get there. When they played the Patriots, regular season or postseason, they usually get ramrodded in the Tom Brady era. And my point is that I don't see how you know, a former Patriot can argue that point, but that's a different. I don't understand that.
Because it goes back to my original point. I don't care how many times the Patriots beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're not going to come in my house and tell me how to run my house.
But understand what instigated and precipitated everything. The fact is, Antonio Brown making that video, when we heard what Mike Tomlin had to say, the reason why Edelman and those boys were in a position to even be asked questions about the Steelers on that level is because of what was being said about them. It was alluding to the day-and-a-half advantage that they had because they had an afternoon Saturday game and the Steelers had a Sunday night game. It was alluding to, you know, we don't want any problems with the headsets this time around. It was alluding to deflated footballs and things of that nature. All of these things have propped up because against the Steelers, these are things that have become relevant in recent memory. So the Patriots are sitting there saying, this is what we're hearing about us. I'm saying if you're Big Ben Roethlisberger, the priority and the best way to go about protecting the Rooney name is to go up in Foxborough on Sunday and handle your business.
And nobody's disputing that. But me being also in the Patriots organization, we know, the Patriots know, the players in the locker room know, we comment on ourselves. We don't need to comment on the other team. We worry about ourselves, and we take care of business on the field. So he kind of stepped out. He kind of stepped out of the Patriots' way by making comments about another organization.
And that's where I'm going. I'm going to ask you a serious question.
Irony.
You're a Patriot. Damian Woody, the Damian Woody I know. Somebody sits up there and says, "You see that Antonio Brown video? You heard what they said about y'all. Would that happen in your locker room?" You don't answer the question. If somebody asked you, would that happen in your locker room? Because that's what Edelman was asked. Would that happen in your locker room? You wouldn't answer that question?
No, I would have been like, no. You know what? No, it wouldn't happen in our locker room. And then I'm shifting the focus back on what's important, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. See, he didn't just take it there. He kind of just went a little bit further than that. And now, like I said, that's out of the realm of the Patriots.
And the reason that the Patriots beat the Steelers when they play is they're better. At this moment, they're a better team and a better franchise.
We'll see about that this Sunday.
Belichick's a better coach than Tomlin, who I think Tomlin's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Belichick's better. Brady's better than Roethlisberger. I think Roethlisberger will be in the Hall of Fame, but there are levels to this. That's all. No shame in that. But you know, it's not just between those guys. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. Pittsburgh's got a chance to win this game and shut everybody up.
We need to move on.